And welcome back to another edition of Christopher's Kitchen. From time to time, we like to feature things that are off the menu here at Christopher's, and then some of the more popular items. We'll tell you what's behind all of that. Today is one of those days with a baked apple creme brulee and a special guest to introduce you to.
That's right. I have with me today our executive sous chef. He's Alfonso Gonzalez. He's a certified executive chef also, and he's been with us since we opened. And Alfonso developed this recipe for one of our wine dinners that we do. We have wine dinners here once a month. And this is just a great, great recipe. And this one actually is on our menu, so you can come in and get this also. We're going to start with our basic custard mix. We've made a similar custard mix. This one's a little bit more rich. It's got a lot more egg yolks. He's got 6 egg yolks.
I got the eggs.
3 whole eggs.
Put those together. Add your brown sugar.
Got some brown sugar here. And we make this creme brulee with brown sugar. That also adds a lot of richness. It's got that molasses in it that really gives it a great flavor.
So you mix this up a little bit.
Okay, now meanwhile on the stove we have our cream almost coming to the boil. Now what we're going to do is what we call tempering the egg yolks, right, Fonz?
Yes.
We just add a little bit of cream at a time, just because if you added it all at once it might cook. So Alfonso's just tempering them, bringing them up to temperature. Okay, stirring in a little bit of time, making sure they don't cook. And if there are any pieces that get a little bit hard or cooked or whatever, we're also going to strain this out at the end. So adding a little vanilla extract there.
Half tablespoon and a quarter teaspoon of salt.
Okay, just some regular old table salt. And we're going to actually cook this in a water bath. This means Alfonso's going to strain that out in here, and then we're going to cook this in water. We have some hot water in here, and we're going to insert this this creme brulee mixture right in here. Okay, and then we're going to put this in the oven and let that go. We don't want any direct heat contact. That's why we cook it in a water bath. Now, while that's baking in the oven, we're going to show you what we do with the apples. We basically take yellow delicious apples. These are the best. I think these are really good for baking. And we peel those. We peel those, and then we blanch them. And Fonz, what do we blanch those in?
We have our own poaching syrup that is water, sugar, cinnamon, lemon juice, and whole cloves.
We poach those just until they get a little bit soft. Now our creme brulee has already cooked. We've let that cool. We've scraped that out just to fill our apples. I just want to show you how we fill the apple. That's what the creme brulee looks like when it's cooked. And we're just going to fill that apple. So we did a nice deep core in those apples. And Alfonso's just going to push it down in there. Try to make it as doesn't have to be too perfectly pretty probably, but we're going to try to get it that as smooth as we can. We just put sugar on top of these because you want, but creme brulee is really a brulee is browned, okay? So we really want this some nice sugar on top, and we're going to brown that. Now we're using a blowtorch, but if you don't happen to have a blowtorch at home, I think you can do these in the toaster oven, couldn't you, Fonz? Put them on broil just until that sugar caramelizes. Now really a creme brulee should be warm on top. You should be able to crack that creme brulee crust with a spoon, and it should still be cool on the inside. Okay, Fonz, now we're ready to plate this. We have our baked apple ready.
Yeah.
And we'll just add a little butterscotch sauce. And I'll just show you also that we also poach the apple caps also when we're doing this. So that makes a nice little decoration. I'm going to add a little bit more butterscotch there, huh, Fonz? This sauce is really good. I like that. And then sometimes we just lay the apple cap right there. And I like to take a little mint leaf and almost make it look like a stem or something like that. Okay, Mike, I just want you to cut into this and try this. You want me to make you a bite? See how that cracks on top? That's what you're looking for. You hear that? See that?
Oh, yeah.
And just cut down here. Let me just grab another spoon here.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to cut it, because I didn't want to make such a mess of it here.
Okay, there's a great bite for you right there. I'm just going to give you a little bit.
Yeah, that does have a little bit of everything on it right there.
That's it. Now, don't cut yourself on that sugar.
Relatively simple recipe to create.
Very simple recipe. I'm embarrassed to charge $4.95 for it at the restaurant, but it's really, no, I'm kidding. It's $5.95. No, it's no.
That is worth every amount of effort that you put into this, and as we see, that is one incredible dessert, Chris.
Thank you. Very much. We appreciate it.
All right, and if you'd like to access that recipe, all you have to do is go to kbtx.com as always, and just click onto that food page, and that's where you'll find the baked apple creme brulee and all the other great recipes, fresh from Christopher's Kitchen.